Let's see what we're going to talk about this today. I think I took enough before deciding to make this video. But first, everything is a mixed up thing. First, we have to begin with a disclaimer. It's a personal experience, not a medical advice. The information shared here is based solely on my personal experience and should not be interpreted as a medical advice. I am not a medical practitioner, and the methods, medications, and exercises discussed may not be suitable or effective for others. Individual responses to treatments can vary significantly. Before adopting any approach, I conducted thorough research and fact-checked all sources to the best of my ability. However, I strongly recommend consulting a qualified healthcare professional before making any changes to your health regimen. For example, I trialed sound wave therapy via a YouTube link provided by my health practitioner, but I found it ineffective in managing my trigeminal neuralgia or TN symptoms. Certain physical training methods initially recommended to me, such as using a foam gym back roller, triggered headaches, so I discontinued them. Now this is a very strange thing. It's a foam, it's actually a 110 millimeter plastic pipe surrounded by foam. So you put it on the floor, on a carpet or hard surface, doesn't really matter. You go down and lying on it from your neck, you roll it slowly, you push with your legs or your bent legs, whatever you want to call it, slowly to your midsection and back, and usually you hear a lot of clicks and clacks as all the joints click into place. But those places is not really, or how can I say it, some of those places it jumped into hurts a lot. So I decided not to use that thing anymore. And then some back stretches or exercises similar to those used in school or military training appeared to aggravate my TN pain earlier than expected, and I have since avoided them. What happened is when you bend far forward with your legs a little bit apart and your hands on your hips, and you turn slowly around as far as forward as possible, and then to the side and then backward. Let's say you make a counterclockwise turning circle 3 or 4 times, and then you go back again. If you do it too quickly, you can feel certain nerves activated, your TN. It's not always continuous, the pain, but it's a warning. It's a little bit of a warning to tell you, continue this and you will have a lot of pain. So no, I don't do that kind of stretches anymore. This account is shared in the spirit of transparency and support, not as a universal solution. Now this video, who is this for? I call it the constant battle against pain, a short introduction. Today is my 13th day without TN pain. If you've been diagnosed with nerve pain anywhere in your body, this might help. It certainly helped me. The front runners of trigeminal neuralgia, undiagnosed. Now this part well, some researchers say it can be part of the front runners or side effects of TN. Usually is picked up long before you get TN, like in my case, it's more than 3 years ago. And some say no, it's not part of the TN nerve centers, because it's in a totally different part of your body. But what it's actually say is certain nerves already get damaged over time, and if you don't do something about it, other neuralgia problems and nerve centers may give in over time. Now, at the time when it happened, I didn't know why it happened. It's only when my face gave in with the neuralgia that I decide I have to do a lot of more research. Now, 3 years ago, my first nerve pain hit suddenly in my right upper leg. Within just 4 days, it escalated from a mild discomfort to an unbearable pain. I hadn't injured myself, there were no bruises, and I could touch the area without feeling anything. Walking was fine, but stairs, sitting or lying down was pure agony. I couldn't lift my leg to get into the car or press the pedals. Every movement triggered the worst pain I'd ever felt. A doctor gave me an injection, and within 40 minutes the pain was gone. Well, not really 100% gone, but you can feel, actually, I could get into my car. A week later I was completely fine and stayed that way for almost a year. Then the same kind of pain appeared on my right shoulder. Another injection, and again the pain vanished. Now this injection, afterwards I found it was vitamin B12 with prednisone. Now I don't know what is really called the injection, what's the specific medical name for it, but it worked wonders. Now months later I noticed my right foot wouldn't lift properly. Putting on a sock became a struggle. Walking was awkward. I had to lift my leg higher to avoid dragging my toes, which hurts badly when they bend too far. Now the doctors were stumped, so I saw a psychotherapist. She taught me how to massage my calf muscles with a stick. Yes, and it must hurt, otherwise it won't work. After 2 months my foot started working again. Full recovery took about 7 months, maybe a little bit longer if I can remember correctly. Because you know, if you had so many pain attacks here and there in your body, you start forgetting the real timelines, and I don't keep a diary. Now the final straw, the trigeminal neuralgia hit like a bomb, and I didn't know or knew what was going on. Then came jaw pain. I thought maybe my dentures were the issue, but dentists found nothing wrong. I even go to another dentist, or a new dentist with all the equipment, and he took some x-rays. He feeling my mouth to the jaw a swiveling point, and he say no, everything is still fine. Well, the pharmacists say maybe it's a neck muscle, because sometimes neck muscles can also bring pain onto the face. Well, I discovered the trapezius muscle in the neck has 2 strands. The left side affects lower facial muscles, and that could explain the pain. So I go to a new physio because my physio moved away. And then after several sessions the pain worsened. Now it targets the area just above my jawline and more to in the direction of my eyes. My ears, when I touch my right ear, not my ears, only my right ear, wow, it was an eye-opener. Anything and anywhere on the right side of my head, from the top line, if the shower water is running on that part of my head, it's pain. You know, I cannot explain this pain. It's such a fury experience. You get numb. You almost get paralyzed. You cannot do anything. You cannot talk. You cannot stand. You cannot move. it's very difficult to walk, because every step you take, the pain gets worse most of the times. And even bending down like in a squat position, the pain doesn't go away immediately. And up to a certain time of a little bit more than 3 weeks ago, the pain escalating up to 15 and 20 seconds at a time. And you may think 15-20 seconds, man, that's not long. I can promise you, when you're in that extremely pain situation, it's long. So, and then I say 20 seconds, I didn't have time to switch on my stopwatch or anything like that. You don't even think about the stopwatch. So I counted off in my head while doing my stretching exercises until I can feel, okay, now the pain is subsided. Okay, now there's a big truck coming and he wants to make also known his presence. But okay. So, yes. In my next video, I dive deeper into what I found and what finally helped. Hope you enjoy this. Although there's no pictures, you can, well, you have to do your own research.